Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Fight Your Rival, where we talk about the latest fighting game news, strategies, all that goodness. We're going to start off, we just had a really big tournament weekend in the community. A lot of cool stuff going on. MLG had pretty much its first really big fighting game tournament. They had KOF, they had Mortal Kombat 9 and Soul Calibur. You know, it was the first time you really saw those games in like an esports kind of environment. Prize pools were crazy. The winners for each game won something like well over 10 grand.
That's a lot of money.
On top of that, we had a really big beloved community event, Norcal Regionals, which has always been a great event. This year it was no different. Lots of crazy matches, lots of upsets, surprises, really cool stuff. I didn't get to see a lot of NCR myself, but Natal did.
Yeah, I spent most of the weekend just watching all the streams on Twitch TV. You know, the iPlay Winner streams and the SRK streams. Running on my iPad and on my MacBook Pro, so I could watch both of them equally at the same time. Yeah, they were amazing. It was really great. The SoCal finals were some of my favorites, and SFxT. If you didn't get to see any of the streams or didn't know who won or who lost, right here on our awesome Fight Your Rival pad is fightyourrival.wordpress.com, and we have the full listing of all top 7, but we're actually going to give you guys the top 3 for Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012. Number 1 is Evil Genius's Ricky Ortiz playing with Rufus, Infiltration with Kuma and Gokin, and PR Balrog using Balrog.
Yeah, and I mean Ricky Ortiz has won a lot of the recent majors in Street Fighter. He's one of the most consistent placers, so it's definitely not surprised that he won. It's awesome to see him sticking with his character, still consistent, still awesome.
For Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3,
we got Complexity Cross-Counter Filipino champ using his Magneto Doom Phoenix team. Second place, we got 86 Knives, who Knives has been really, ever since bar fights, I think in December, he's really been making a name for himself. Finally starting to show up to majors. I could be wrong, but I think this is his highest placing yet with his Spencer Sentinel Akuma team. And third place, PR Balrog, with a couple different teams pretty much revolving around Spencer. Sometimes Wolverine Wesker, sometimes Dante Wesker, and he threw Felicia in there for good measure. So using a lot of characters and good stuff, PR Balrog. Now, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first real major for this game. And, you know, it's still developing, still a lot of timeouts and things like that.
I really enjoyed the grand finals. This was fantastic to watch. Congratulations to Infiltration using your Ryu Rolento team. Newly appointed Finger Cramp player, NY Chris G, using Xiao Yu and Haorong. In third place is Evil Genius's Flo, using Jin and Rufus.
I'm still excited to see the game develop and people come up with, you know, more and more damaging combos and things like that. But even now, like things like, you know, Flo's Jin, the way he plays the character is just super crazy. You know, it's a great game. You see lots of different styles and people are playing at a real high level.
Okay, on to King of Fighters 13. Number 1, you have TC Chris KOF using Shen, Duolan, and Yori. Second place is TC Yoshi with Billy, Hua, and Shen. And third place is Finger Cramp NY Chris G with Kyo, King, and Benny Martel.
Chris G is just kind of following in Justin's footsteps and just being a consistent placer in pretty much every game. So, you know, even a game like KOF with such a hardcore following and such more kind of like a cult game, he still just jumped right into it and started dominating. Good stuff, Chris G. Good stuff to everyone that plays top 8 in KOF. I'm really happy to see that game blown up.
It makes me happy. Ever since the abysmal release of KOF 12, that game was god-awful. I thought SNK was donezo, but luckily they wised up and made KOF 13. Last one is Soul Calibur 5. First place is No Face Killer using Ivy and Nightmare. Second place was Alex J using Jiba and Leisha. And third place, Zefukai using Astaroth and Patroclus.
To touch on MLG a little bit, it was interesting. I think it's a good thing for the community. These games are getting exposed in an MLG event that's usually focused on StarCraft and shooters and things like that. Very different than watching your standard stream. From what I see, is supposed to run like basically a professional sports broadcast. Tons of sponsorships. The announcing's a little more tame. The commentary's a little more tame than a fighting game community event. You know, the bottom line is they had 3 huge tournaments with huge prize pools for, you know, pretty popular games. So quickly go over the winners. IGL Bala took KOF 13. I believe he won final round too. So just super consistent KOF player. Soul Calibur 5, Kiev ended up taking the whole thing. And Mortal Kombat 9, VVV CD Jr., who has been winning almost everything short of Evo since MK9 dropped. Really awesome player from New York. Shoutouts to him. So that wraps up the weekend of Tournament Madness. Just a little more news. If you've been on SRK lately, Mr. Wizard announced that the official format for Street Fighter Cross Tekken at Evo, which obviously it's its very first Evo, it's going to be 2-on-2 only.
That's awesome.
which makes
That's
things
awesome.
very interesting. I just imagine the salt amongst the losing teams and just the celebration, all the craziness. So.
Everyone blaming the other person for why they lost that match, not tagging in at the right time or whatever the case may be.
Hopefully, if I make it out to Evo myself, I'm looking forward to competing with whoever I decide to take under my wing.
Yeah.
Another little bit of news: there's new DLC coming for Capcom's Asura's Wrath, kind of this crazy action game. But it's of note because it features Ryu, Eva Ryu, and Akuma, and I'm not sure really what the point of it all is. Basically, for whatever reason, you end up fighting those characters, and the game kind of shifts to like a Street Fighter 4 2D perspective. And Asura's Wrath is a game I really, honestly had no interest in playing. I kind of want to check it out just to see what the Street Fighter crossover is all about.
That's why they put it in there, because you really had no interest in it.
Yeah.
You had no interest of playing that game whatsoever. Now you want to because Ryu, Eva Ryu, and Akuma.
Yeah, Capcom's smart. They know I'm a Street Fighter fan. They know I don't care about Asura's Wrath, and I just might play Asura's Wrath now. This week's featured game, we're actually going to throw it back. With Cross Tekken coming out and all the fun we've been having with it, it's had us thinking about some of our favorite crossover games from over the years. And for me, the first one that comes to mind is Capcom vs. SFxT. This is the only game that has yet to have that modern treatment, and just get a straight up modern port that we can play online. And so, Capcom, if you're listening, if you're following Fight Your Rival, it should be. We want CvS2 on Xbox Live, and a lot of people feel the same way. It's one of the most beloved fighting games ever, I think.
I totally agree, because Capcom, please bring it back so I don't have to use this controller to play this game. I can actually use my actual fight sticks, because I don't have a fight stick for my PS2. So please, Xbox Live Arcade Marketplace and the PSN network as well, so I can buy it twice, like I buy all your games twice. Here you go, guys. CvS2. Enjoy. Hopefully it brings back a lot of memories for the people who played it. Hopefully it interests a lot of people who haven't. So here we go.
It's kind of crazy that this game has a replay save, but Marvel 3 doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, there are modern fighters that still won't let you save offline replays.
But in 2001, they had your back. They had what you wanted.
The game's got everything, color edited, and not just a full suite of colors, not just black and white until DLC comes out.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome package.
Oh, for a second I thought they were gonna take Dan.
Wow, I should.
This is very like looking in the corner. And then
and E looks like a demon.
Yeah.
That we should uncharacteristically.
NASA's not protecting his pixelated, beautiful face.
Nope. Something I love about ugly ass pixelated graphics though.
They're great.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, it just brings me back.
Man, this is like our Street Fighter 4 fight.
Yeah.
Like Vega versus Guy. I just have to join it now.
Control sounds like I'm walking on a pirate ship.
Totally does. That creaky wood.
Yeah.
Just keeps on creaking.
Come on, Vega. I'm trying to hit both lights and throw you in the air.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, that move.
Yeah, I like how while falling in midair, he looked at the camera to say what's up, and then he landed.
And then died.
Check me out.
Kenneth Masters.
Oh, that's right. To hear that Sean kicking this game.
That's right.
Shout outs to Sean. Too busy playing basketball, not to learn any more fighting.
Yeah, well, I'm really wondering when his comeback's gonna be.
Yeah.
I got excited for a bit. He was in that one character trailer for Cross Tekken.
Yeah.
Not him, but just the basketball. But then a Rolando got announced, so I don't really know where the connection is.
That's what do you think Rolando's been playing basketball with Sean?
It's true. For 10 years.
Yeah.
They finally were able to pull him off the court.
Yeah.
After a long legal struggle. Oh, come on, you weren't gonna let me rage your demon?
No. Not today. Shout outs to Ken and his incredible bicep armpit.
Everything about him is jacked. That Balrog looks high as shit. So, that's CvS2 for you. Any CvS2 fans, hope you enjoyed us dusting it off. I don't know.
If you guys never played CvS2, that's what CvS2 is about. You can probably see where the fundamentals of all versus series games came from with pretty much this one. Don't forget, this is a weekly show, so every week you'll definitely see a video. Depending on how fast my laptop works, you will either see them on Wednesday night or Thursday morning.
Next week should hopefully be a really cool episode. Skullgirls might be out if the Xbox Live Marketplace listing is correct, so if that's the case, we'll be playing it. We'll have tons of Skullgirls footage.
Very excited.
We're also very excited.
So this is Natal from Fight Your Rival.
This is Mike from Fight Your Rival. We don't need a catchphrase. Come on.